Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast. Happy Tuesday, one and all. The team are here for a Sloppy Tuesday. Joe Smith, how are you?
I'm very well, actually. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Ethan James is well in the corner. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Here again.
He needs to stop this here again business.
Well, what else should I say?
Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Lovely to see you.
Great to be here, lads. Love it, yeah. Oh, I've done that again. How are we all doing?
Yeah, cheers for asking. I'm doing well.
What have you been up to? I feel like you've been out and about doing loads of stuff. We've barely seen you.
So, post Glastonbury, I recovered a little bit. Then the election was on, so that was full on, especially the BBC. Oh, all the time. During my show, I had the two speeches. I had Rishi Sunak's goodbye speech, can we talk about how the fact that he leaves and then Keir Starmer moves in straight away? What do you do with your luggage or your property?
Someone must be handling that for him.
If let's say, for example, me and you were to switch a house like that.
Yeah.
Because if you start packing things away, you're sort of admitting that you're going to get beat, aren't you?
Yeah.
So do you just keep stuff up and then the morning you get beat, you go, all right, I'm going to have to take this down. Think about all your smelly tissues I'd have to remove from like your bedside.
I know.
Do you share the same bed as each other?
Do they change the sheets? Is it run like a hotel? They must have maids and stuff. It must be like a hotel in there.
No, it's not. I watched a full documentary about it the other day.
Okay, perfect.
Right,
talk us through it.
James.
So what they have is they have a wee flat above, or they've got the choice to live at number 11, which is a big flat. And it's much against, it's completely different to the White House in the States where you've got butlers and maids and stuff. It's just literally a flat.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's
just literally a flat.
There's not like a cleaner that. So Keir Starmer is washing and changing his own sheets.
Well, in his flat he will be, but obviously the rest of number 10 they'll have people for that. But he's got his own private flat where the family and stuff live at the very top.
Wow.
So is Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer, have they shared the same bed?
And also, yes, they must have shared the same bed.
But different sheets, but
yes,
same
time.
bed.
They must have, yeah. And if Sunak didn't put his Huggies pull-ups on before bed, there could be some Sunak stains on there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And also, here's other things as well. So let's imagine that fridge, right?
Oh.
Some things like, let's say Sunak's got a leftover, I don't know, pavlova. They're going to bin that, obviously. Yeah, Starmer's not going to be dipping his spoon into Sunak's pavlova.
Would you?
But some things like your fridge staples, let's say you've got some jams, maybe like an olive tapenade. Maybe a gochujang paste.
Oh yeah,
they last forever. Things.
Would you leave stuff as a gift even? Would you leave like a new block of Kerrygold butter?
Something like that might be. There's probably all sort of like etiquette to that sort of thing. But you'd hope that they're not throwing away stuff that's fresh produce. Take Sunak's lettuce out.
Yeah.
But let's imagine it on that top shelf. If there's some pickled onions. We don't need to bin them, do we? Surely we can have multi-party pickled onions. Surely the country's not in such a state that we can't even have bi-partisan pickle.
Ethan, whose house would you rather take over if you won the election, mine or Joe's?
I was going to make a little joke there and say I bet Liz Truss's fridge was still full and all the stuff was still fresh from the stuff she bought in week one.
They only got to do one as to shop, didn't they?
Hey. What was your question, Joe?
If you were winning the election, whose house would you rather take over, mine or Joe's?
Oh, well, I suppose...
house?
I'd suppose there'd be a bit of a problem with McGrath's because there would obviously be like chicken bones under the sofa. There would obviously be a lot of stains, like wank stains and stuff like everywhere, all over the shop. Joe Smith, however, I think it would probably be cleaner. It would be, just smell a little bit nicer. Mm-hmm. But my God, that shower plug would be clogged, won't it?
It will.
All that hair.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'd probably Joe Smith, then I'd probably rather take over.
Although his shower plug would be, it'd drain like...
yes.
Wouldn't it?
I think you do count every single one that falls off your head each shower.
you glue them onto a little piece of paper, don't you?
Yeah, and I'm
like
gutted.
A school project.
Every time you give your hair a wash and you see one float away, you think, not today.
Well,
not getting replaced.
Not today.
Also, another fact from the documentary what they do is they cover up all the items of furniture in the removal van, and they also put an effort to hide the shapes of the objects if it has a distinct shape. Because what's happened previously back in the day is that newspapers would figure out how much each item cost. I would say how much the Prime Minister's family's worth. So they hide every single object so nobody knows what's in those bags.
What, hide each object for like... So you could say how much a mirror costs, and then you figure out how much you're loaded.
Bit pricey.
I've never bought a mirror.
No, I've never bought a mirror.
Well, I wouldn't if I were you, Joe.
It's only a bearer of bad news, isn't it?
Why is he giving me shit today?
I don't know, but he's well on form.
He's tuning up, and I'll get back.
Speaking of things that I've never bought before, can I tell you about what I did this week?
Prostitute.
No, I don't. We need to stop saying prostitute.
You do. You say it every episode.
Dom on a Friday says our prostitute limit.
Yeah.
You can't add on a Tuesday.
Oh no, it's too early for that.
We've hit the max. I'd never bought a telly before.
Brilliant.
They'd all been hand-me-downs.
Yeah, I know what you
from
mean.
From family members, from ex-girlfriends, not at the point of hand-me-downage. From they just came with the flat. One I got free from work.
Upstairs?
Yeah. But I bought a new telly for the first time ever.
Brilliant. I love it. Where from?
Amazon.
Brilliant.
It's classic.
Are you not worried about Amazon delivery man's dropping it off and like making a bit of a fool? Because they're always in such a rush.
I wasn't in, so I'll let Lizzie deal with that.
Okay.
But no, these days they're pretty safe and sound. It's not like, do you remember COVID era Amazon deliveries?
You should
when it was
throw
just,
it at you.
It was basically people who could no longer do their normal job are now Amazon deliveries. So there's a lot of dinner ladies, a lot of ex-Premier League referees. Do you know that 3 months where they were?
Yeah.
You could get a football manager. Ian Dowie might drop off some nasal strips. So that sort of thing. Whereas now it's back to your full timers, your lifers, your delivery big boys. So the 65-incher gets dropped off. Gone big.
That is big. No,
That's large.
65-inch. How many subways is that?
Six. Oh yeah. What?
Five 12-inch subs and then some.
Yes.
5 12-inch subs
And one 6-inch sub that
with
someone's taken a bite out of it.
But not too big of a bite, please.
So this is a 65-inch telly. Under 500 quid. So it's obviously it's expensive. It's a lot of money.
Have you won the lottery recently?
Why?
Because you're splashing the cash.
On what?
On clothes. When you go...
This was 60 quid.
Yeah,
this
no.
I've worn it every day since I bought
I know
it.
you have it. It's very nice.
Thanks.
Well, you told me, and I won't bring up the anecdote, but you spent a bit of money on other clothes recently. I was like...
And a dog.
And a
I ain't even
dog?
got to that yet.
Have you won the lottery?
No, but do you know what I've done?
Overdraft.
No, me and Lizzie have set up a spending spreadsheet.
Oh, God.
Because our mortgage is very cheap, you see. It's only, we pay 300 quid each for the mortgage.
To touch that.
Which is fantastic, isn't it?
Fantastic.
So, I'm paying 300 quid a month rent. So I've got a couple hundred quid here and there.
Yeah,
and what I'm quite good at is not spending too recklessly. I'll save and I'll splurge. I'll save and I'll splurge.
Okay, nice.
I'll save and I'll splurge.
So you're in splurge
Because I'm not doing many
right
150 quid Friday nights out anymore.
No.
Do you know those big nights out that people are, I don't really do that. So I'm stocking that up, and the telly was like 470 quid, which is a lot of money. But when
what model?
But this is the thing, it's a TCL, which is a brand no one's ever heard of.
TCL.
But I think they're the second biggest telly brand in the world.
What?
But it's one of those brands where you only have heard of it if you accidentally get one, or if you do a lot of research like I did on what's the best budget TV brand.
I like it.
Because you can go for a cheap Samsung or a cheap LG, but you're getting the worst of a good brand. Whereas TCL, you get in the mid-range of a bad brand.
Guess what brand's my TV behind that we've currently had for 5 years?
It's not that one. It's not ISIS, is it?
ISIS?
What?
No, I'm not going
Have you ever seen
terrorist
that?
TV channel.
My mate, when we were kids, he bought a big 50-inch... He didn't. His family bought a big 50-inch telly. This is in like 2008, when a 50-inch telly is unheard of.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier.
And ISIS?
The brand was ISIS, which obviously at the time was fine.
Yeah.
But 5 years later...
But when he bought the Al-Qaeda upgrade, he wasn't in a good place, was he?
No.
Aldi. I got my telly from Aldi.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did tellies.
Yeah, it was a little deal.
That doesn't
Looks
make
good.
sense. Yeah.
200 quid, Aldi telly. But why not?
I tell you what,
fantastic.
watching England at the Euros would be good to watch it at ISIS TV, isn't it? If you had a bit of football terrorism along the way.
Very good. People calling Southgate a football terrorist, aren't
It's
they?
very good. Is your TV your grandma's TV because of the hand-me-downs?
Hang on a sec. When this comes out, we'll know if England have won the Euros.
Yeah.
This is coming out on Tuesday. We're recording this the day of the semi-final.
Should we do
hands
two
up.
different sort of reactions?
Yeah,
then?
okay, so let's do, we got to the final and lost.
Fuck, we need 3.
Yeah, we do. Lost the semi, final and lost, final and won.
What's it like losing a semi, Ethan?
Oh, it never happened to me.
No,
what about the football?
It's a heartbreaker, I must say, but we probably deserved it because we've been crap.
Yeah. Okay, and Joe, what's it like getting battered by a Spaniard?
I did come close to getting beaten by a Spaniard once, but he was from Portugal in the end.
So you got battered, but he was Portuguese.
Yeah. Oh, he's gutting, and I can't believe the 16-year-old scored 3 against us.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's their version of Luke Littler, isn't he? In Spain, e.g. me.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
And that's the last time you get involved with any Spanish 16-year-olds, and that's legally binding.
Your Honour, we've just won. We beat Spain, not only in the Armada, but now in the Euros.
In the Armada. I mean, obviously, it's the greatest day in this nation's history since we've been born, isn't it? If we've won the Euros and this episode has come out, it's incredible.
Do you think? Yeah, really?
Do you not think?
Day. What about the opening ceremony of the 2012? That was a big day.
You go on about that like it was...
It was fucking world
like we had
class.
the national debt wiped out.
It was great.
It was fine. Also, the opening ceremony wasn't even the best thing about the Olympics.
Closing ceremony.
Super Saturday. Stop. What's with the ceremonies? What about the actual sport? This is you. You don't like the sport. You like the show. Because deep down, I know you come on Stratford Paddock. I know you do football podcast on the BBC. You're a stage and screen boy.
I do love me stage and screen. Girls Aloud were there. Not Girls Aloud. Spice Girls were at the closing ceremony.
Yeah.
And Liam Gallagher.
You like the West End more than you like the Stretford End. Let's be honest.
No. I don't like the West
Miss
End.
Saigon.
I do love Miss Saigon. I couldn't watch Miss Saigon week in, week out and then do a podcast about each individual cast's, how good they were.
Saigon, you'd love all that.
Do you think there's going to be an emergency bank holiday on the Monday?
There better be. If we've won it, which we have because it's my go, like what a bank holiday we've just had, eh, boys?
Hey, boys.
Can you imagine it as well? Luke Shaw scores again in the final, but this time we've won it. Put some. We're not beating Spain if we get there.
I'm so glad he gave us the Monday off as well, Drew.
Brilliant. That's a sign of the contract, which is great.
We'll see about
well done,
that.
Ethan. Contracts. So you bought a telly.
So speaking of Super Saturdays, I bought this telly.
Yeah.
I watched Jaws on it.
Correct.
Amazing. 4K and the rest. But it's in the basement, so it basically takes up one full wall of the basement.
Jesus, big that in it, big boy.
Me and Lizzie have been sitting down there watching films. We've watched Jaws. We've watched Inception.
Any naughty videos on it yet?
Not as of yet.
Not as of yet. In the basement.
We watched...
what happened to the living room? I know you're a dirty bastard.
We watched...
Oh, you're tired, are you? Getting early night? Yeah. Yeah, you got work tomorrow, aren't you? Boom. Shoes are soon up. Boom. Brazzers.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full what?
We watched on there as well.
That's a great film, isn't it? Full Metal Jacket.
But it's a bit much, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, you know what you signed up for, aren't you? You're not going to get a rom-com.
Unlike those guys. Bloody Vietnam War.
Isn't it?
Full Metal Jacket as a film, I've not watched it. I don't know anything about it. Is it supposed to be the film's storyline or sort of lack of any real obvious mission direction?
Yeah, there is a lack of anything.
Is that meant to reflect the lack of direction in the Vietnam War generally? Because like the storyline is a lad. I mean, obviously you got the whole like training sequence where, spoiler alert, one of the main characters kills himself and the colonel. You've then got they go to Vietnam and is a journalist, and his mission is find stuff out a little bit. There's no obvious like Apocalypse Now. Go and retrieve Colonel Kurtz one way or another. We have a mission.
Good film.
There isn't really any mission on. Is that meant to reflect the lack of focus of the Vietnam War generally?
Probably, Joe.
I don't get it. I watched it last night. I thought, I don't know if I've just watched a shit film or if it's really deep.
I think it's a good film,
it.
but it's not got too much plot.
It hasn't, has it?
We break in this wonderful Sloppy Joe's podcast to tell you about Wingfest Manchester. Oh, bloody hell, it's back. So not only have they got the amazing ones in London and Bristol, but they've been waiting to announce that Manchester 2024 is happening. The precise dates are Friday night, belting, Saturday and Sunday on the 20th, 21st and 22nd of September. The best chicken wings in the world. Music, booze, loads of fun. Victoria Baths is the location. It's absolutely stunning, and you can get your tickets now. I'm going to be there every single day of the week. We're in talks with the Sloppers to try and get them on the DJ decks again. Wonderful. So get your tickets for Wingfest Manchester. Again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in September. Go into the link below, click the tickets, get them. See you there.
Anyway, so big Saturday, get the telly, great. Me and Lizzie also go to Preston.
I beg your pardon. What were you doing there?
We go to Preston to look at Border Terrier pups.
Nice.
We're getting a dog, Joe.
Yeah.
We're getting a dog. We've talked about it on Friday. We're getting a dog. Border Terrier. Picking it up while I'm in America for the pre-season tour. Okay. So Liz is going to have a few days of free bonding without me.
So tell us about the journey of the Border Terrier.
Like, what if she turns it against me, though?
It'll be sound. You'll love it when you get back. Where did the Border Terrier come from?
It really is as simple as Lizzie had one growing up and she wants to replicate her childhood and, find joy in that.
Well, that's quite lovely.
It's quite lovely, isn't it? I don't mind Border Terriers. Yeah. They're a bit... You touch them and it feels like they're made of straw and they're not hugely soft. But I think compared to some other terriers, they're a bit more loving.
Give them some sardines, apparently, that helps. And we give Buck a raw egg a week.
Do you?
Oh, helps with the coating.
Does it? Buck's got a very shiny coat.
Very shiny coat. One raw egg a week. And someone in the pub told me sardines for their dog, because they had a dog called Ringo. He was a greyhound who I met on Friday, and he had the softest hair I've ever felt in my life.
And he's having sardines all the time?
Once a week. Please, the oils and the natural oils. Are you excited to be a dog dad?
I think so. How hard is it?
Puppies are interesting. They're good. They shit everywhere. Piss everywhere. Got to train them.
Yeah, we're going to try and be quite big into the training.
Yeah, you got to crate train them as well.
We're going to do a crate. I think it's good for them anyway. I think.
Yeah, well,
I think they feel safe in the crate.
And you got a girl as well, so it's not as aggy.
No.
But boys with testicles can cause chaos.
That's true.
Dog boys, obviously.
And male and human boys. So talk to me, what's the sort of the upsides and the downsides of owning a dog?
They're very cute.
Yeah, that's good.
They get you out of the house a lot because you obviously want to make sure. Like, I would have left the house 3 times a day if I didn't have Buck. No. So you're more active in the mornings because you've got this little rascal kicking your head in saying, let's go. Also, it helps because you've got someone else to worry about and not really worry about your own self. I found that in some of Vic's anxieties, mainly thinking about Buck the dog rather than your own traumas, which is good because you can just push them to one side.
I mean, I don't know if that's hugely healthy, but it is actually.
It helps day to day.
That's quite good, actually. Yeah, it's something else. It's like having a kid, isn't it? You sort of forget about yourself a little bit. That's probably a good thing.
If they're buzzing when you get back, it's a great feeling when you see them first. They're little. They can't believe their excitement. You are their world.
Nice. That's quite nice.
Downsides, shit. Vet bills are expensive.
Do you pay insurance?
Yes.
How much?
That's we pay like £12 a month, but if anything happens to Buck, you got to pay for it yourself because out of all they'll find a way to get out of it. Really? Let's be honest. People who work in insurance and insurance companies in general are full of shit.
Scum of the earth, aren't they?
Oh, I hate them.
It is really one of the great rackets of all time, isn't it? Because it literally only works on the premise that overall, everyone who's paying for insurance is paying more than the insurance companies have to pay out. And if that domino ever falls, then insurance companies don't exist. And because of that, surely we can all just agree as a society that we get rid of insurance and we just pay it ourselves because that's what's happening anyway, really.
Vets as well, they're taking the piss recently.
Are they?
Oh, big time.
Go on.
Because there's no regulations on vets. Well, there is now. There's been an investigation by... It's not Ofcom. Is it Ofcom?
Might be.
Because people are just complaining so much. It's getting out of hand. You'll go in, you'll see a doctor, they'll go, you need this. You'll walk out, £150. And you'll be like, what?
But is that not covered on insurance then?
No, well, you can be, but you've got to claim them.
You've got to pay your excess.
And then our excess is 100. So then what we're claiming for £50, and then your claim means next year your insurance might go up. They've got you by your dog's balls. Oof. Or the dog's
uterus.
But you'll have great fun. You meet lots of people out and about.
We can go for walks in the mornings.
Yes.
What time do you go on the park?
7:30.
Well, I'll meet you on the park at 7:30.
See you there.
Every morning.
They'll love it. Yeah, honestly, you'll have such a fun time.
All right, that'll be good. Yeah, I can't wait, actually. And then England won.
No, but didn't you go out to see the Saw Doctors?
Then we went out to see the Saw Doctors.
You love the Saw Doctors, you don't?
Castlefield Bowl.
What is it about them? I don't get it.
I'd never heard of them until I met Liz's family. And I don't think I've ever heard anyone mention them in my whole life except Lizzie's family, even till now. So it's exclusively a Lizzie's family tradition.
My sister and my mum were there.
Were they?
Yeah.
Why do you tell me?
I don't know.
I don't know what I would have done with that. I probably wouldn't have gone over.
But they were there, so people were there.
Why didn't you go?
Crazy. I don't think they're very good. Are they good? They're all right.
They're fun.
They're fun.
They're very fun. They are fun. They're good. They are good. They're good. They're fun. They're not like my favourite band, but they're very good live. They play the hits to a T.
Yeah,
and it's fun. And the audience is a good laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole vibe is quite upbeat and chipper.
So that's a big Saturday for you, that.
Yeah, 8,000 people as well at Castlefield Bowl.
It's good venue, Castlefield Bowl.
Very good. Blue skies.
Ethan snuck into Bastille backstage.
Oh, yeah, maybe you can meet one of the doctors.
Are they actually doctors?
Yeah, I think legally they have to be to keep the name. So I think one of them's just doing a sort of 2-week course every 18 months just to keep his...
I like tree surgeons if they're saw doctors.
Yeah, or sandwich doctors at Subway. No, what they're called, sandwich artists. That's it. I don't think they legally have to have an art degree to be there, but you are technically an artist.
Wow.
Anyone's an artist.
We're making art right now, guys.
Yeah.
I simply couldn't push it to that extent.
I went to Disneyland on Saturday.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No,
I
you
went
didn't.
to Disneyland on Saturday. But for one day only, Disneyland was in Rotherham. Let me take you on a journey from one of a brilliant band called the Raytons, right? And you got to respect what the Raytons do. The Raytons remind you of like this sort of new wave of like creativity, a little bit like you guys at Paddock, like independent now, doing your own thing, can do your own thing, can make your own opportunities, can build into your own horizons, etc. This band have no backing of any label. They're just 4 lads and their brilliant manager Rich, and they've just got lots of love. As in, like, they sell an amazing amount of records when their album comes out. They sold 20,000 tickets.
That's astonishing.
Yeah,
that's more than Manchester Arena.
But they're doing it all themselves. Like, big bands will go, right, I'm going to rock up on this day and play Heaton Park. And I'll turn up, I'll play, and I'll leave. These guys were fucking building the scaffolding. One of their lines in the song is that Clifton Park, which is where they grew up around Rotherham, was like Disneyland for them growing up. So they decided to do a big show, 20,000 people, and make it like Disneyland. But they had to build like their own castles and stuff, and they were there for a full week, putting the scaffolding up, putting down the amazing decorations, getting the decorations built, hiring in the cherry pickers.
Wow.
A £1 million show. So much it cost?
Really?
£1 million.
How do they afford that?
They managed to sell £1 million worth of tickets.
But they didn't have. So they had the money already.
So they kind of like broke even at the start. I think they'll make money through merch and beer sales because they were boozing. Trust me.
That's genuinely really
you go
impressive.
There was 2,000 bins. They were needed. Yeah, this is the stuff he sat me down and went. Yeah, £1 million. I went, bloody hell. I went 2,000 bins.
So a bin for every 10 people.
Yeah, he said some bands are happy if they get 2,000 people in one of their gigs. I've got more bins in the back. All those sort of green security fences.
Yeah.
They're £50 each.
Per sort of 6 foot.
Yeah. And there was fucking loads of them. Security, and then there was all the sort of cherry pickers. You bought a cherry picker to let off fireworks. Council came around and went, that cherry picker's not tall enough to legally set off fireworks. So then to get another one, that's 20 grand on top.
Oh my god.
They were just expensive stuff. But
so they made a bit of money off it then?
Fingers crossed, what they did is then, to make the most out of the day, they put music on from 3 o'clock. They showed the footy as well at 5, and they were on all the way till 10:30. You could buy a drink too.
Wow.
So fingers crossed, 6.5 hours of boozing, 20,000 people. Fingers crossed, because they are incredible lads. They made a good bit of cash.
That's genuinely quite amazing. That.
Go listen to them, and everyone's like,
what are they called again?
From Woodstock, not Woodstock. Where are you from? Worksop, not Woodstock.
Woodstock.
Sorry.
I wish.
Worksop, Rotherham. People are just so excited.
Woodhouse, Chapeltown.
Yeah, they were all there.
Really?
And they're called the Raytons.
Johnfield, Chesterfield.
Indie band. Talk about like life and
Stavely.
stuff. Stavely.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so weird right now. By the way.
Why?
That coffee I had before it's doing something.
What's up with you? How are you feeling?
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
I got into that story then. I didn't know where I was going. I still don't know what I'm talking about. I need a minute out.
Do you have a minute?
Can I do some breathing?
Yeah. Are you okay? Did you
Just a rush of caffeine I didn't expect.
I have panic attacks when I have too much coffee. all issued by Joe Smith when he bought me them. That I've had all the panic attacks.
Do you like sort of just to give one just to see how he reacts?
Blaming me for stuff.
Like a pet.
Do you give your pets caffeine to see how they react?
Sometimes he finishes Becky's tea.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Are you dropping loads of scraps for Buck?
No, but let's put it this way: sometimes we don't need to put the dishwasher on.
Oh, that's disgusting.
In fact, when you came around, Ethan, we didn't.
Oh, shut up, you did.
It adds a little bit of flavour, doesn't it?
How have you been, Ethan? How's your week? I'm all right now. That was a rush.
Ethan, how's your week been?
Oh, well, I've got miniature coming up, which is nice, to visit the new home.
Oh, it's the first time I've seen the new home and the sofas and the Sky Plus and all that.
You're going to christen the sofa?
What does that mean?
That sofa's already been christened, hasn't it?
Grandma and Grandad.
Yeah.
No.
Just a bit.
Oh, not on the poorly chair. You can't do anything on the poorly chair.
I bet they found a way.
I guess they could have.
So Manisha's coming up. What have you been getting up to? She's not been to Manchester for a while. I've not heard you say that for ages.
Oh, well, I performed a big ruse.
Did you?
So, Manisha isn't a big fan of the football. Yeah. She really doesn't like it, I don't think. So I organised a trip to Bunny Jackson's yesterday, her favourite place on planet Earth.
Wow, good lad.
And then I told the lads when they said what I was up to, so they invited themselves along.
She's loving this.
So she's loving that. And then we had a conversation with Bob, and he said, "How do we get to watch the Spain-France game?" And I went, "I don't think Manisha will be up for that, especially if I'm going to drag her to the final on Sunday." So we were careful with our words, and we made it so that we're going for a few drinks afterwards, and the football might be on where we're going.
And you've gone to Shooters Sports Bar.
We went to the Metropolitan and Didsbury, sat outside in front of the big TV.
Oh, it's nice.
In front of the big TV, getting a suntan off this 800-inch telly that Manisha can't bear to look at.
Isn't it mad that when you think of like sports and you think of countries that are good at it, when you look at like even like rugby and you got the big countries that are great at it, like New Zealand, who've got a population of 6 million, places like India, when there's like over 1 billion of them, you'd have thought they've got a fighting chance of finding 11 players.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Let's talk the two biggies.
China, India. They're never in the final together.
When's the last time they even got to a World Cup?
When was the last time India got to a World Cup, Ethan?
Oh, I don't know if they ever have.
I think they have. I don't know.
Mad,
but it's interesting, isn't it? And yet there'll be countries, and I talk about this all the time. Uruguay, shitting out world-class players. There's only 3.5 million of them.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Diego Godin, Atletico Madrid captain for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Suarez.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Maybe the best striker of his generation. Forlan, Cavani, Jimenez, Godin's sidekicker. You know what I mean?
Here's a couple of questions for you. Are you in the top half cleverest people in the world?
Well, average IQ is 100. So are you under that or over that? What do you think, Joe?
Is that average? That's low.
Average? Well, for everyone in the world?
Well, I think so.
Really?
But what do you think the average is? What do you think average means?
I don't know.
But also, you got to think.
Maybe I'm not in the top half.
I think you're probably in the top half.
What about top half of fitness? You definitely are.
Probably.
I think I've just made the cut.
No way.
Fuck off.
Not a chance.
You cheeky bastard. So I'm in the bottom half of fitness in the world.
And intelligence.
No, I never. Yeah, all right.
What about you, Ethan?
Shame, isn't it?
You're probably in top half.
I'm a top half.
Is he fucking top half?
I'm top half.
Are you balls?
Yeah, I think you're.
I've just made the cut. I'm like 4 billion and one.
That says a lot. Only 1,000 times out.
What's strongest? Could you beat 4 billion people up?
Well, yeah. I think. Obviously, just physically,
no.
The height that you're above average height.
Yeah.
You're a male, so that means that probably you got slightly denser bones and stuff, bit more muscle mass just on average. You're probably in the top half of strength. Yeah, You're probably not.
I could take on some of the folk who are more malnourished, I think.
Yeah, that makes a good point though. Even talking about beating up malnourished, I think we're all obsessed with the top 10.
Yeah, we're obsessed with the top 10.
We're all obsessed. World's strongest man, world's smartest man, world's sort of longest dog.
Yeah.
All these things that everyone knows. What about the world's dumbest man? The world's weakest man?
Yeah, but they won't even know how to get there.
Someone who you lay a tea bag on his arm and his bicep snaps.
Did you hear about...
but
then people fake it for fame. Did you hear about the Russian team in blind football putting it on?
What do you mean?
Partially sighted football. There's a comedian called Josh Pugh who's brilliant. He's very funny. You would have definitely seen his clips. He was in a podcast once and he said that the Russians, their partially sighted team, were just fine. Just fucking rigged the fucking papers. So people would lie to be a bit more stupid.
Well, this is... It's
not
weird.
Stupid. Being partially sighted is not stupid, sorry. No, for your one.
Yeah.
For your one, partially
dumbest.
sighted people, it's unfortunate. For your one...
For the world's dumbest
For the world's dumbest man, people would fake it.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't it weird that Russia, just generally, are either A, cheating way more than everyone else...
Yeah, 100%.
...or B, and I think this is more likely... are worse at hiding their cheating than everyone else. Why did Russia keep getting caught?
I just think they love winning.
I know, but everyone does. Do you think the Americans aren't cheating? The Brits, the Jamaicans, they're all cheating, but they're sort of getting away with it.
Do you think what's the big scandal in like 10, 15 years that there was like... Because, you know, Lance Armstrong, he got done, didn't he, a little bit later on in time.
Yeah.
Do you think any of the other superstars are going to get, you know...
Well, isn't there that thing that the top 15 sprint times of all time are all Usain Bolt or something like that? Or no, of the top 20, everyone who's on that list except Usain Bolt has tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, except him. So basically, it goes him and then like the 50th fastest person ever.
But is it done now? Like, you can't do a drug test now.
Well, unless I think they freeze some of the samples, don't they? So unless they've got ways to go back and check things in 10 years' time, they can detect for stuff that they couldn't before. Or maybe he's just clean. But I think the biggest one will be sports doping, football doping.
What about the really good chess player? I think he's dodgy.
What
allegedly?
What's his name?
Maximus.
Carl Manson, isn't it? Or
Peter
Carl
Mandelson.
Manson.
Oh, Carl Summon.
Anyway, he's dodgy. Ethan, is that all you've been up to this week?
Magnus Carlsen.
Magnus Carlsen.
Sorry, yeah.
Watch this space, Magnus.
What do you think? What do you think he's doing?
Well, here's the thing. He believed that an opponent of his had a piece of material up his arse, telling him the direction in which to play next.
Yeah.
It's so elaborate that I think Magnus must have had that in the past as well. You can't just make that up. Are you
going for the sort of it takes one to know one
100%
ideology?
You can't just make that up.
That is a bizarre thing to say. Imagine like you just played chess with someone and he went... Based on that move, I'm going to say this guy is wearing a vibrating sex toy up his arse that's telling him what to do. Admit it and shit it out.
Yeah, based on that
who would
move.
ever jump to that?
Yeah.
Why not say, I think he's got a dog behind me who's doing sign language. Like, it's so... Like you said, that's a
crazy,
good point,
isn't it? Based on that move,
weird.
I dare you to cough.
Yeah.
And then let's see how good you are next.
Yeah. Squat down on the floor and cough.
Awful.
Kilt, that was a bad idea that day, wasn't it?
It was.
That is a weird one, isn't it? Why would you immediately jump to vibrating butt plug?
Crazy, innit?
You wouldn't, would you?
This,
Unless you've done it before yourself.
Ethan, you got anything else to throw in the mix?
Nope,
Brown,
not at all.
Love that.
Right then, well, it's time for one of my favourite features. It's Ethan's film review.
Harry Potter's pretty good.
Harry Potter.
Oh, Pocahontas is a lovely film.
Harry Potter.
You won't believe it. It's time for my film review.
Oh yes, it's time for that favourite bit where I tell you about films I've watched. And you'll be delighted to hear this week I haven't seen any films whatsoever.
In the space of 7 days, you've not watched a single film.
Sorry, let's just stop this, actually.
Yeah.
Let's just stop. Why do you think it's so common to watch a film every bloody week?
It's not, but Joe just rattled out Full Metal Jacket, Jaws, Big Mama's House 2,
Inception.
And Inception. He watched 4 in one day.
Yeah, but I'm busier than him
No,
to
you're
do
not.
stuff
You're
like
not.
that.
You're not, Ethan. Do you have all the streaming platforms?
I fell asleep in the shower the other day in my free time.
Does that count as a film? Can you pass that as a film?
What? How do you manage that?
I decided to have a sit down because it's so big, the new shower. And I wanted to see if I could lie down from corner to corner, and I could.
Dangerous.
And then I fell asleep for 20 minutes.
Imagine that. Imagine Ethan doesn't come into work for 3 days. I'm panicking because he only ever missed one day.
What day would you panic? Day 3.
I'd panic the first day. If he didn't tell us he was coming in, I'd be worried. I would go to his flat day 2 if no one had heard from him. I'd be messaging his mates. I'd be like, have you heard from Ethan? No, okay. 9 a.m. Tuesday morning, I'm banging on the door. I come in, Ethan is curled up like a newborn rat, being just dead in the shower.
He's dead.
Shower just running. He's just fallen asleep and drowned to death.
Yeah.
What a way to go that is.
So
That'd be class, that. Well, that's a good way to go, isn't it?
Probably is, actually. How big is this shower? You said it was big on
Well,
Friday.
it's surprising. So when you look at it, you just think, bog standard shower. Well, you step in, it's like a TARDIS. Honestly, you think, bloody hell, you could fit 3 people in there, and they could all stand looking at each other, and you'd be all right, I think.
Would you love it?
3 people.
Yeah, you and 2 others just standing in there looking at each other like...
who are you inviting?
Who is it? Yeah, so there's you. Who else is in there?
There's 3 in this
Well,
podcast.
I'd probably have to say Manisha, because...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
who's
fair.
the third?
Who's the third?
Oh. Probably that mate she's got. What's she called? No, I'm
Dave.
joking.
Dave.
No.
Size-wise, maybe Rishi Sunak?
Sunak would be the same height as me,
Wait,
actually.
you say Rishi?
Yeah, Sunak would be the same height
So
as me.
you, Manisha and Rishi Sunak are all in the shower looking at each other, and that would be fine.
That'll be alright, that'll be fine, I think.
That's great. And also, obviously, Sunak is used to getting absolutely soaking wet through whilst on official business, so he'd probably
very
wearing his
good.
suit.
Yeah, so many jokes, so little time.
Yes.
So you've not watched a single film.
But what I have watched,
Oh,
Great.
Well, have I got news for you again?
it was, have I got
No,
news
it's
for-
not.
It was, it was. I
I'm
watched-
not doing it. It's generally, it's annoying now, Ethan.
No,
have I got
because
news for you?
They had Alex Horn presenting, who was actually really funny. I really enjoyed Alex Horn on there. I think he's quite a talented comedian, actually. And yeah, you've done a little bit of musical stuff that he likes to do now and then, so I quite enjoyed that. And oh yeah, looking ahead to the election. You seen that man on his kayak passing his Guinness over the top of the other side, and he keeps at least 3/4 of the pint in it when he goes upside down. It was a great clip.
So all you've seen is
Really?
viral clips this week, yeah.
A really good clip.
So Ethan's film review is a TikTok and Have I Got News For You, is that right?
Well, that TikTok was on Have I Got News For You.
Oh,
was what I
no.
was
So we've not
saying.
even watched the fucking TikTok.
So what would you rate it out of 5 flaming hot Ethans?
Oh, I really enjoyed Alex Horn on that episode. I'll give it a 4.5. That one.
Wow.
4.5.
Ethan's film review, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Please,
start watching Have I Got News
please
for You?
watch a film soon.
Oh, well, I've got an Everyman ticket to Posh Cinema.
Oh,
so
perfect.
That's
I
nice.
think they've even seen The Quiet Place or Something About the Moon.
Something about the moon. What's that film?
It's got the word moon. Fly Me to the Moon. I heard it might be quite good.
Nice. We need to go to Fazenda still. You got a voucher on you?
I'm going to use it with my other friend Fred. I've not seen in 4 years.
Who the fuck's Fred?
Fred, big Fred from Manchester, used to live with them. American.
How
loves
big
it.
is he?
He's just bigger than me, I guess. So I guess everyone's big. Someone compared to me. Yeah.
Speaking of TV shows, we're getting a lot of stick about our top 3 from last week.
Are we?
The fact that I put This Morning and Gogglebox in the top 3.
So embarrassing.
It was quite embarrassing.
Vile,
I did
actually.
think about that for quite a long time afterwards.
Yeah.
So I want to say sorry, but I'm going to bump. Can I bump This Morning off? I'm bumping This Morning off for Phoenix Nights.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
great
nice
shout.
that. And I'm at 1 now. I'm at
So you're
1.
keeping Gogglebox in there?
Gogglebox is perfect. I was watching an episode of it last night with Becky, and I turned to her and went, "This is perfect telly." It's just
This is
just
appointment
perfect
television.
telly. It keeps your attention. It's got so many different things popping up and down. It's just great telly. She agreed.
It is good.
She agreed.
She agreed.
Let's get from perfect to almost perfect, the 9 out of 10 club. Oh, that's definitely 9 out of 10. Definitely. Oh, that is sensational! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10.
The 9 out of 10 Club is where we celebrate some of the best food known to man. Is it worthy of getting in the club? We're going on a little bit of a journey of late, and I fancy this journey to carry on for a little bit. It's the unsung side dishes / starters that have been in our lives. Well, this next one's been in my life from day dot. Yeah. We did Chinese seaweed last time. Joe, it's a big one today. I can smell it.
It's a big one. It's filling the airwaves, and this is very exciting because we have got the onion bhaji in. And to bring it in, we have brought I think it's from a local vegetarian cafe. It's Dom.
Is it Dom? The vegetarian cafe. Come take a seat, mate.
Is it Dom?
Now, did we just order just a load of onion bhajis? How many have we got in there?
Let's have a look. Get it out of the envelope.
I like that. What a letter to get.
Yeah, let me have a look for you.
These onion. Now, what is it? Oh my God, they smell unbelievable.
Should I do a big reveal?
Okay, yeah, go on then. You can't, no, you need to lift them up a bit.
Lift up a little bit.
It's like
nice.
I'm girdling some pantyhose.
Oh,
Jesus. It's almost like an onion loaf.
Like
this looks incredible. Joe, where are these from? These look the business.
These are from a local, I think they're called Aladdin's Cafe.
Oh, Aladdin.
This is an onion bhaji. Ethan, come round for these. These are massive, by the way.
A whole new world.
Obviously, Dom, you work at the Aladdin's Cafe.
Yep,
how do you go about making your bhajis?
We get some onions, and then we take a knife, and then we cut some onions, and then we get some milk.
What?
And then we put the milk in with some flour to make a batter, I think. I'm usually in the office. And then we put the onions in the batter and then fry them, and then we put them in this individually made box.
Oh my God, and then fried to perfection. There's so much spice. They are
amazing.
Generally massive, these ones, aren't they?
These are some of the biggest onion bhajis I've ever seen.
Try your own produce.
That's the size of one.
Of
Just cut to my camera set.
Ethan's eating.
That's the size of one onion bhaji.
That could knock you out. Spark out. Now, onion bhajis. Some of my favourite flavours. Kicking them out here. Onion, spice, batter, deep fried. I mean, come on.
Wow.
And when you're getting into it with your curry, are you alright? Yeah, you like that, yeah? Nice, yeah.
I've always liked them, yeah.
I know, that's why you work in onion bhaji factory. I think the crispier, the better. These are good. These are very good. These are good, Joe.
These are really good.
Are you enjoying yourself?
So the downfall with a bhaji, there's two things that can go wrong. One is too dry. And you get that quite a lot.
Not with this fucker.
You'll bite into it and it'll be almost bready and cakey and dry in the middle. This is very onion forward. The other issue that you get with an onion bhaji is sometimes I find we're getting sort of, it goes from being onion to kind of like, where is the onion in all this? It almost becomes like a roll.
Yeah.
I know I said bready and cakey before, but it stops being onions put together and it becomes like some sort of loaf with onion in it. This is onion-y. This is onions and batter, and it's a great ratio. This is onion bhaji at its best.
It really is. Ethan James, are you an onion bhaji fan? And what is your review of this?
No, I think onion bhajis are crap usually, to be honest with you.
Usually was a key word.
It was.
Really?
Look, I think the onion is a fantastic vegetable. It's very tasty. It's very complimentary. From fajitas to hot dogs, it's very versatile.
Yeah.
But this bastard's very oily, isn't it? It is quite tasty, to be honest, but it just makes me want to be sick at the same time. It just feels like a load of oil and shite for not too much benefit. You know, I'd rather have a big battered fish. You know what I mean?
From a curry house?
From anywhere. Well, not anywhere.
This could be curry house or anywhere. Battered fish around.
So you're telling me you didn't enjoy that? Because I bloody did.
I think it's all right. I think it's a very good as onion bhajis goes. This one, if you like onion bhajis, you'll enjoy this. But
if you enjoy onion bhajis, you'll have a real experience with this.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal bit of food.
You only imagine this with our mango chutney that goes alongside.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. The only thing that's missing here is the mango chutney and the yogurt with mint.
I might go for a rice and three after this. You want rice and three after this? Curry rice and free. Yeah, I'm going to rice and free. That onion bhaji, sensational. There is no doubt in my mind when you're placing your Indian order together, the onion bhaji, different to the seaweed, it has to be part of the order.
No. Get yourself a curry and your naan bread and a bit of rice and some poppadoms. That's your meal done. You don't need this.
You're saying that while stuffing your face with him?
I'm not stuffing my
Yes, you are. You can hardly speak.
So for you, it's in.
9 out of 10 club worthy. The onion bhaji is in there.
Grow up.
Grow up!
It's not 9 out of 10 worthy, is it now? Grow up. There's so much better foods out there. It's alright. I can understand why you like it. I can get that, but it's not 9 out of 10, is it?
So it's all down to me.
Put a bit of
I
pressure
know
on.
which way you're swinging.
How you
Onion bhaji.
You've only just met.
It's one of. Here's another thing.
Well, here we go. Joe's facts.
Ethan made a point there. The onion is a fantastic vegetable. It's the only vegetable used in all countries' cuisines. By the way,
That's not
It's the
true.
most widely used vegetable.
Not true. It's just not true, is
Okay,
it?
what other vegetables used around the world like an
Potato.
onion?
Potatoes.
No, potatoes didn't exist in a lot of the world until we went to America.
This isn't about if they
History.
existed. It's about now, isn't it?
Well, a lot of cuisines were founded before the potato came to Europe.
Potatoes. Sagaloo. Tortillas.
Oh yeah, talk to me about all those potatoes that you get in Chinese food.
Salt and pepper chips. Next. Next. Tomatoes.
No,
Oh,
no,
they're a fruit.
And also they're not used very often in Chinese food either.
Are you not eating the scraps there?
You can have them in a minute. So we've established the onion is the most widely used vegetable in the world, and yet we all love it. How many dishes is it front and centre of?
Not many.
French onion soup,
The onion fritter.
the onion fritter, which isn't even a thing,
Blooming onion.
a blooming onion,
Fried onions.
from Outback Steakhouse.
You don't just eat fried
Fried onions isn't
Yeah,
a
you
dish.
do.
No,
So
you
you'd go and get a bowl of fried onions.
I would eat them out the pot when you get them in the pot.
What do you mean out in the pot?
You can just buy them in the pot. You can buy
I know what you mean. I bought some in the pot.
Fried onions in a pot.
Yeah, well, I went to Glastonbury. I was going to make hot dogs. Forgot about hot dogs. We just ate fried onions out of the pot.
It's a rarity.
Delicious, though.
Whereas the onion bhaji is one of the few meals where it's an onion dish. And
Onion
I respect
rings?
the hell out of that. And
Onion
I think,
rings.
yeah, very few though, isn't there?
You could get quite a lot.
Well, not that many, because onions in a pot isn't a dish.
Yeah, you can't
Blooming
say
onion is
onions
only
in a
made at
pot.
Outback Steakhouse in America. For onion rings, yeah, fair enough. Onion bhaji is the other one. And I think for that, it deserves to go in the 9 out of 10 club.
Right.
I think it's
Fuck off.
amazing. It's in?
It's in.
Sorry, Ethan.
Eat those
That's-
onion tears
I
off
think-
your
I
eyes.
think that's one of the worst
Shame.
calls I've ever made. That's up there with the chipsticks.
No, it's not.
Can't
Onion
bring that into
bhajis, are you
chipstick.
messing
Can't
about?
bring it into chipstick.
Onion bhajis are amazing. Anyway, you may not like that, but what we do like is the top 3.
It is time for this fucking class feature. The top 3.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
4, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. The top 3.
So it's time to do our top 3 chocolate bars.
Oh,
It's a big one this week.
best of the best.
I want to get all 3 of yours, Joe.
Right,
Start
so
us
here
off.
we go. In at number 2.
No? Why would you start at
Sorry,
number 2?
yeah, sorry, 3, yeah, sorry. I've said 3 in my head before I started. In at number 3 is the, and I hope this is allowed, and it is, because it's in a ball shape, it's the Aero Mint Balls. Is that allowed?
No.
Huh?
That's not a chocolate bar.
They do the bar.
It's not as good as the bar. What about a Terry's Chocolate Orange? Is that allowed?
If you have in the bar, yeah.
Not even the pieces?
I don't think they're a chocolate bar, are they?
Yeah, but a chocolate. Are we
but-
not doing top 3 chocolates? Can we do top 3 chocolates?
Do you want to do top 3 chocolates?
Please.
Okay, let's start again. Top 3 chocolates.
Great. I was gonna put Terry Chocolate Orange in and Aeros, but I've decided against that. I'm gonna go with in at number 3.
Wait, what? Leave all of that in. We've literally just changed the fucking format so you can put Terry
I
Chocolate Orange and
forgot.
Aero in. Now we've changed it and you're not even putting them in.
All right, I will put one in. In at number 3, the Star Bar. It's everything I want in a bar and more. I love it so much. In at number 2, yes, I will find a spot for that delicious Terry's Chocolate Orange that I can just put a piece in my mouth and just dream. But in at number 1, I'm going to go old school, just the original dairy milk chocolate, as basic bitch as you like it. That, for me, sums up how great chocolate can be.
You know what? I should. Normal Joe Smith would be going, "Why is this? No, come up with something." But dairy milk is fantastic.
Dairy milk is...
It's not number 1 for me. It's not even top 3, but it's a fantastic bar.
So you next, what are you going for?
I'll go next, and then we'll go Dom, and then we'll go Ethan. Number 3 for me, the Dime Bar.
Oh, nice. It's interesting.
It's a magnificent bar.
It's interesting.
It's got one of the most unique textures, very crunchy, very crackly, and it's got one of the most unique flavours, that kind of semi-burnt caramel
It
kind
lasts
of
a
flavour.
while, doesn't it, as well? Because you find some in your teeth 2 days later.
Yes, you do, especially when you don't brush or floss. Number 2. Oh, no, this is where it gets tricky. Number 2 for me is the crunchy.
Ooh. Fucking hell,
Ooh.
The crunchy is a beauty bar. Again, it's another one that sticks in the teeth. It's another one that's very unique. That Cinder Toffee Centre and the Dairy Milk Outer.
Good shout.
Yeah. And number one, the king of confectionery. There is only one. Nothing in the world beats the peanut M&M. It is.
Hold on.
Perfect.
You were slagging me off about picking Aero mint balls before. You were going to go pick M&M's.
Yeah, we've changed the rules.
All right.
It's confectionery.
All right.
The peanut M&M is the best thing on the market that's sweet. It's perfect. It's got the crunch of the shell. It's got the chocolatey outside. It's got that savoury fattiness of the peanut. Perfect confectionery. Cannot be beaten. Ethan James.
So in at number 3, Joe, which I have written down here, is the post-restaurant meal surprise chocolate.
That is an incredible shout.
That's phenomenal.
Often after 8s or eclairs.
Or sometimes just a dark chocolate rectangle of mint chocolate with no fondant filling.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you get that crispy mint as well.
Oh,
That's a fantastic choice, that, Ethan.
Because it's a surprise chocolate, isn't it? You've had a bit of a meal, you can't really manage a dessert, but you just want a little bit of sweetness.
Always in the golden foil, always with the black paper. Oof, great shout, Ethan. Great
I
shout.
might go and eat a full meal now just so I can have a chocolate at the end.
Can I just have the chocolate, please?
No,
and technically
give me
they're free, so I should be able to have as many as I want.
Full meal.
Oh, yes. And it's also good with the post office. He goes, I don't want mine, do you want it? And you go,
What a moment.
Oh, yes. And at that, number 2, I'm playing it simple. The Dairy Milk chocolate.
Brilliant. It's great to see.
Same as you, number 1. It's the first repeat of the day as well.
It's the best plain solid milk chocolate about.
Yeah.
I just realised I got my number 1 wrong because I've got the whole order wrong now because I probably would have said dark chocolate because that's my favourite in the world.
Right.
But it's not even going to make my list. Actually, I'm going to probably have to put it on. Yeah, dark chocolate salted one, the Lindt one.
Okay, that's number 1. Nice.
But in at number 0.5, I'm probably going to have to put the terry chocolate orange, but not the terry chocolate orange you think. That one that you get in a box for a £5, that's a bit crunchy.
Yeah, I know. I like that one. I know.
That's really good.
So Ethan's broke the rules there, but we'll allow him.
Ethan's got 4 there. Decent list as well. Decent list. Dom, top 3.
I've been eating a lot of chocolate bars recently.
So you are the expert.
That makes it difficult though, because I have a varied selection. But in at number 3 is a new addition to my life. You know those old school Milky Way wafer rolls you used to get as a child?
Yeah.
In my corner shop, they've imported a Dubai version of them that costs £4 for those, but they're Bounty wafer rolls.
What? That is left field.
And they are sensational. I must be the only one that buys them.
Yeah, they are
But
elusive.
they're so expensive.
Amazing.
Get them with my scratch card. Number 2, Star Bar.
The Star Bar.
It's a bar that I never picked as a child. It's one of those ones you don't go for as a child, but it's perfect.
Perfect.
It's like the Boost, and it's like Snickers combined.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's great.
And you know, and I really got into Reese's Pieces the other year.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Fantastic.
They've brought out, at my number 1, the Reese's Nutrageous Bar.
Oh, it is nutrageous as well, isn't it? It is nutrageous.
Very good.
It's quite Star Bar-ish as well, isn't it?
It is.
It's very much of a theme. You like a
I
peanut.
like coconut and I like peanuts.
Brilliant. I think all good lists. And probably the least controversial list. I don't think there's been a bad bar named today.
No, there's not been a bad bar named.
I can't eat peanut M&Ms a full bag because it makes me feel sick.
Well, you're not
there's a
meant
lot
to
of
be,
peanuts,
you're
that,
not
isn't it?
necessarily meant to eat a full
I'm
bag.
stunned the Toblerone's not got a look in.
Shite, Chucky.
I used to really like Toblerone, but I can't, no,
Jay's
it's horrible.
favourite, the Toblerone.
I fucking love
Get
it.
every
cloying.
Christmas.
It's
like
very
Galaxy.
cloying. Honourable mentions as well. I love a picnic and I love a Bounty. It's a shame I couldn't get either of those in. But since the dark chocolate Bounty's been discontinued, that would have been the one to make my top 3.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Get your top 3 into the comments, and thank you very much for watching. Leave us a subscribe, please. We're on the road to 10k before the end of the year. I'm going to cough. Joe, take over.
Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Ethan.
Oh, yeah, we'll see you again. Thanks for joining us. It's been nice, isn't it?
Can we not go to this and that? No. Why?